Greetings and salutations. Welcome to LoveCast 72. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm feeling refreshed and invigorated. Sometimes when you need a vacation, you don't realize how badly you needed the vacation until you get back from that vacation. That's the experience I'm having right now. You know, sometimes people get used to being not okay. And had a little refreshing trip to the Black Rock Desert in Nevada to refresh my palate on life and the situations at hand, and come back feeling much more okay. So let's see who's down here watching. Let's see who's in the chat. Ruth Sanchez, first to pop in asking, am I late? Of course not. Hello, Ms. Christina. Christina and Dari are at a wedding, so they'll be intermittently popping in and out of the chat. Kathy B, hello. Craig Jackman. Joanne King. Angelica, hi. Anna. Anna, are you at the wedding as well, or just your daughter's there? I'm not sure. Hey, Nick Davila. Corey Benjamin, greetings from Petaluma, a small town that I've been to play music on multiple occasions, in multiple venues, actually. Sirona Farron, howdy ho, disciplerinos. Hi, diddly ho, indeed. My mom, Pam, is here. Claire Bear, good to see you back. Ruth Sanchez, have missed you for a while. Good to see you back. Ed and Susie are watching together, I'm sure. Yeah, Susie and I are here. Okay, that's I'm sure you heard me say already, I had an incredible week off. Connor O'Dowd, yo. Is a campmate of mine, particularly brilliant individual who is shifting gears from music to apply to medical school. So, vaya con Dios, my friend. Liz, hi Liz. Liz is another campmate, and Liz and I just discovered that we have been close for 10 years now. Holy shit. Happy decade friend-iversary, if I can make up some hallmark term that seems to encapsulate. I'm going to play some Pink Floyd in this show for Liz. Karen Oliver is here. Hi, Karen. Carol DeWald, hello. Yeah. All right, I think I'll jump right in. Michelle Vanderpool, hello. And get warmed up here with a very simple folk song everybody knows and loves. All right, this one is originally wait, didn't I see Nicole in here? I didn't say hello to Nicole. I think Nicole is floating around. Mike and Nicole are. Yep, there's Nicole. Hola. Man, just starting with a folk song makes me go, did you say hello to Nicole Pierce? Lovely association to have. All right, this is a Bob Dylan song I'm going to start with. Take this bandage off of me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. Feel like I'm knocking on heaven's door. 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 Yeah. Putting my guns in the ground. I can't shoot them anymore. That long black cloud is coming down. Feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. 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 Yeah. Amanda, you should always sing the high harmony with this. Yeah. Did we actually play that, by the way, a couple of weeks ago when the Benjamins were here, when Christina was here? I remember practicing it. I don't remember if we actually played it when the camera and the microphones were going. Did we get it's that part's kind of a blur. That was a really fun show. No, we didn't. We just practiced. Okay. That makes sense, because I remember there were like another 5 or 6 songs, and it just kind of passed that threshold of the whiskey pouring and my fingers getting less coordinated, and like, this is not going in the positive direction that you want to continue your artistry to be expressed. It is definitely time to end on a high note. Yes, we obviously need to do another live cast together. Yeah, definitely. Damn, I'm blocking the fire, which you cannot see behind my back, and it is only making me hot. Hey, Ron Rice. Greetings and salutations, sir. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah. I saw Claire Bear is in the audience, right? Don Emery is here. How you doing, Don? I hope Julie is with you. Claire Foster originally requested this next song. I told Christina on the phone this afternoon that I was going to play a Prince song, and she said, "Yeah. That guy wrote a lot of songs for a lot of people. So who made the song famous that you're going to sing?" Well, Sinead O'Connor made this song famous. As I recall, I didn't look it up for this iteration. As I recall, Prince wrote this next song. Sinead O'Connor produced the song when he performed it. Then she turned around this is in the early 90s, I guess. Then she turned around and she did her own cover of this song. And Sinead O'Connor's cover of this song is probably why you have heard this song. However, Chris Cornell did a cover of this song also a few years before he died, I believe. Man, he died like 5 years ago now, and it's still weird to say Chris Cornell and refer to him in past tense. Maybe it's 2017 that he died. In any case, this is a Prince song originally requested by Claire Bear Foster. Hey, Dave White. The song is called Nothing Compares to You. It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away. I go out every night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whenever I choose. I can eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant. Nothing can take away these blues. Nothing compares to you. It's been so lonely without you, like a bird without a song. Nothing can stop these lonely tears from falling. Tell me, baby, where did I go wrong? I could put my arm around every girl I see, but they to the doctor, guess what he told me? Guess what he told me? Said, boy, you better try to have fun no matter what you do. Well, he's a fool, 'cause nothing compares. Nothing compares to you. All the flowers that you painted on in the backyard all died when you went away. I know that living with me, baby, was sometimes hard, but I'm willing to give another try. 'Cause nothing compares, nothing compares to you. Nothing compares, nothing compares to you. Oh, said nothing compares, nothing compares to you. Nothing compares, nothing compares to you, to you, to you, oh, you. Yeah. Man. Great song. Wow. Prince is dead. Chris Cornell is dead. Wonder how Sinead O'Connor is doing. I hope she's all right. Connor, that's called Nothing Compares to You. And in the original iteration of how it's spelled, it's actually printed the Arabic numeral 2 and capital U. It was before, Prince wrote it that way before abbreviating made it cool. And of course, abbreviating that way hasn't been cool for like 20 years, but Prince wrote that song before all that. Yeah. Can't not be cool if Prince wrote it, indeed. Yeah, yeah. Nah, I totally agree. That guy was just... And if you've never heard the Dave Chappelle story of meeting Prince and getting his ass handed to him in basketball while Prince and his whole band are still dressed for performance, and like Prince is wearing like 6-inch heels. Holy crap, that is one of the most hysterical anecdotes I have ever heard. They turned it into a sketch on the Chappelle Show. It is brilliant. You absolutely should watch it. It's hysterical. Yeah, Prince and the new power generation just cleans up Dave Chappelle and his crew in basketball. Then Prince takes them all back and into the kitchen and makes everybody pancakes. It's just like it sounds like a fairy tale. It is really funny indeed, Ruth Sanchez. Yes. Must have been when he was playing with the new power generation. I'm just inferring the band that he was doing very well in basketball with. Please reach down, click the thumbs up if you have not yet. This would be a great time to click share. And if you are joining us for the first time and never heard this before, click save. It's just a bottom thing, and it will save this video to watch later. It's like a little folder that YouTube keeps for you that you've probably never even noticed. And that stuff actually matters to the YouTube algorithm. That helps a lot. And things that help a lot, we got a virtual tip jar down here. The Paymo and the VenPal, all in the virtual tip jar. Whatever you like, it all works. It's all good. Moving along at a good clip. I think I'm going to play this. This is a song I was... This song I got really stuck on in early August, I believe. I played this once on a Deep Cuts. Deep Cuts, by the way, is a show on the Vaudacity network, and it's kind of a revolving. It's like a picker's circle where folks just sit around in a Zoom meeting having good conversation. Everybody plays like one song in a random order. And a lot of people say that it's their second favorite show on the Vaudacity network after the LoveCast. So, I think I'll... I think I'll switch to this six. Yes, so you say, Hunter, indeed. Oh, man. Claire is saying it's been a hell of a month. Fire season's not over, but so much better here in the Tahoe Basin with the Caldor fire. Caldor fire just sounds like something hobbits throw rings into, doesn't it? Damn. Caldor fire, just a very dramatic, fantasy, science fiction-y sort of name, and yet it did happen. All right, so Elliott Smith wrote this next song, and this was used in a soundtrack to one of the episodes of Rick and Morty, in a particularly compelling, plot-driving sort of way. The episode was Tiny Rick, if you're curious, and cannot recommend that show enough, particularly if you already have any proclivity toward science fiction. I swear to God, Rick and Morty is the best science fiction currently on television. Easily my favorite science fiction since Firefly or Battlestar Galactica. It is that high caliber. This song is called Between the Bars. All night, the things you could do, you won't the potential you'll be that you'll never see. Promises you'll only make. Drink up with me now. Forget all about the pressure of days and do what I say. And I'll make you okay and drive them away. Images stuck in your head. People you've been before, then you don't want around anymore. The push and shove won't bend to your will. I'll keep them still. Drink up, baby, look at the stars. I'll kiss you again between the bars when I'm seeing you there. With your hands in the air, waiting to find me be called. Drink up one more time. I'll make you mine, keep you apart. Here in my heart, separate from the rest. When I like you best, keep the things you forgot. People you've been before, and you don't want around anymore. The push and shove won't bend to your will. I'll keep them still. Drink up, baby, stay up all night. The things you can do, you won't, but you might. The potential you'll be, but you'll never see. Promises you'll only make. Drink up with me now. Forget all about pressure of days and do what I say. And I'll make you okay, drive them away. Images stuck in your head. People you've been before, then you don't want around anymore. The push and shove won't bend to your will. I'll keep them still. Yeah. Hello, Barbara. Greetings and salutations. Thank you for joining us. Star Trek just celebrated its 55th anniversary yesterday. I did not know that. And yeah, Amanda, should definitely have another gathering in Big Bear before the snow hits. Viva Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Yeah, Amanda, I did miss your Battlestar Galactica reference. I was, as Amanda knows, and I think most everybody else knows, I was out in the desert, and yeah, so I went out to camp for a few days. Usually for Burning Man, I'm gone for 13 days altogether from departure of LA to return to LA. And this was a much shorter version because, well, Burning Man didn't officially happen this year, but it's still federal land. So I just went out and met up with a bunch of my campmates in the desert, camping as private citizens, not going indoors with anyone. So there was a lot of risk assessment and constant disease evaluation going on in my head. I did take a COVID test when I got back, by the way, and I'm negative. I took an antigen test, so doing okay. No symptoms and a negative test. No reason to suspect my vacation did not go as well as I thought it did. Hello, Carol Smith. It's lovely to see you. I just got a voicemail from Carol's Mark right before the show. He apparently called when I was gone. No, I did not move to Texas. Fake news. Not to worry. I'm still here. You literally, I wanted to say you couldn't pay me to move to Texas, but for a sufficient sum, you could pay me to move to Texas. However, I would collect that paycheck and move back as soon as I qualified to keep that sum were it sufficient. Yes, Christopher, there were plants and birds and rocks and things. However, there was no horse with or without any name. There were a lot more dogs than I've ever seen out there, though, because Burning Man does not allow dogs to the event. However, private people can bring dogs. Yes, Carmelo moved to Texas, and this will not stop anything in the band from happening. Everything's still going. Just wanted to take a quick second to thank the people that dropped into the virtual tip jar 2 weeks ago for LoveCast 71. It was Ed and Susie Marsh, Aaron Powell, and one anonymous donation. I think there were super chats that were dropped in the interim. So yeah, John, Aaron, and Brian typically, like every year when I go to Burning Man, they will do some form of a side project and continue to play music, usually in the San Luis Obispo area, that not necessarily. While I'm out for 2 weeks, they keep playing in some other form, and they did that this year also with another friend of ours named Chuck. Chuck is such a good friend. He's been on multiple tours. Chuck is the same guy that is doing the album cover art for our yet unreleased next album. And Chuck wrote a bunch of songs during the pandemic. And the three of those guys, along with Greg Loyacano from the Mother Hips, recorded a bunch of stuff for Chuck. And they were out and performing the new album that they did during pandemic in San Luis Obispo while I was at not Burning Man. All right, so Liz is watching. Uncle Greg, yes, that is Greg Loyacano. In our bands, we've always just called him Uncle Greg. So my very close friend and campmate of 10 years, Liz, is a Pink Floyd fan. And I told her I was going to play a Pink Floyd song for her tonight. So I hope Liz is still here. There's a Pink Floyd song from the 1970 album called Metal. Meddle, not like Metallica metal. And we still have a new song to debut coming up in the show. I finished a song while I was out in the desert that took me a year and a half to write, or maybe it just took me a year and a half to edit down to the parts that I'm keeping and let all the rest go away gracefully. Not sure how you want to interpret that, but more on that after Pink Floyd. This song is called Fearless. You say the hill's too steep to climb. Climb here. You say you'd like to see me try. Climb here. You pick the place and I'll choose the time, and I'll climb that hill in my own way. Just wait a while for the right day. And as I rise above the tree lines and the clouds, I look down and hear the sounds of the things you said today. Fearlessly the idiot faced the crowd, smiling. As some rest the magistrate turns around, frowning. And who's the fool who wears a crown? You go down your own way, and every day is the right day. and hear the sounds of the faces in the clouds. This is David Benjamin's Piano Hands. Yeah, man, I love that song. Ah, love that song. "1970. Song is called Fearless. So, some people's muses are polite enough to sit back and simply inspire them. Some people's muses are convenient enough to clear a clear path that makes each next step in the sand as obvious as a footprint that you simply need to fill. However, some of us have the dysfunctional relationship with our muses that it's more of a, I'm going to persistently torture you until you cannot ignore me any longer. I always kind of thought it was funny, the notion of, in the movie Ghost, like 1989, give or take, where like Patrick Swayze is sort of chasing around the clairvoyant Whoopi Goldberg until it, like, just doing petty irritations, singing like "I'm Henry VIII, I am" over and over and over again until she is backed into a corner where, for her own sanity, she has to agree to help the guy. This next song I'm about to play has gone through my head in some loop or other every day for a year and a half. Some days I pick up a pen and I write down some lyrics that may or may not go. Sometimes months pass where all I'm doing is editing all the stuff that I've written down that doesn't belong in the song. There's no part of this that is anything resembling an efficient process. I'm about to play for you a very simple song that's probably more appropriate to say it took me a year and a half to edit out all the things that isn't the song. However, Michelangelo described his approach to sculpting is, I look at a piece of marble and then I just remove all the parts that are not part of the sculpture. And this song was probably a year of adding things to make the rock, and then 6 months of removing all the pieces of rock, all the lyrics, all the extraneous notes and passages that are not part of the song. So, when I was out in the desert. I finally finished this damn song. As I put in the virtual tip jar here next to me, this song is called Lost in the Minute. Holy shit, I can't believe I'm finally ready to play this song. I've been obsessing over this song since before the first LoveCast. Dress of red autumn leaves, would you marry me in the fall? I don't need a June bride in a pure white gown. Little writing is clear on your wall. I was never the man to feel understood, and I can't expect that to change now. There are too many sides to even hope to be seen. Still, I just want to show you somehow. And I'm lost in the minute I thought it was you. And I'm lost in the minute I thought it was you. If I made you a gift of a braid of my hair, grown the years you took to find, wouldn't you show me just how you look warm in moonlight? Would you sing with me all through the night as we dance in the sun, red low in the sky, glow the colors of Spanish mystery? You have to know, anywhere that we can go looks like sunset when you're next to me. And I'm lost in the minute I thought it was you. And I'm lost in the minute I thought it was spending fortunes not made on dreams I have watched fade, or casting on new links in my chain of regrets. And I'm lost in the minute I thought it was you. And I'm lost in the minute I thought it was you. Thank you, Connor. Connor and I had a lot of conversations out in the desert. And this wasn't the first time. Thank you, Karen. I know you're always listening to every word. Karen Oliver is one of those folks that in a live show, if I ever forget the words to one of my own songs during a show, I can trust that I can look at Karen in the front row and she will be singing along and she will not have forgotten the words that I just did. And David, I loved your original composition that I heard last night. I particularly loved your explanation, and when you started going into modalities with how you wrote that theme, that was profound, man. I was listening. That was profound. I had a bunch more material I was going to play with my televised accompanist. I've I've not been doing my my televised accompanist for the last few weeks. Not for any particular reason, but if this is your first time seeing a LoveCast, as I think it is for Connor, for Liz, for a few other folks, maybe Barbara, yeah, usually, well, there's a whole other section to these that I think I'm going to omit this evening and probably put some more emphasis on as the weather gets colder and the seasons progress. Thank you, Julie, Miss Julie Emery, dropping in a super chat. Yeah, Amanda, there's never enough time. I started writing a song about a year and a half ago of exactly that theme, that there's never enough time. There's never enough time. However, what I love about a multiverse hypothesis or conjecture is that somewhere out there, there's a version of our existence where there was enough time. I think that's going to be a neat song in the near future. Yeah, Connor, I was not going to shortcut anything about that song. The muses were kicking me in the teeth on that one. And would have kicked me even harder if I had come up prematurely with something that wasn't ready yet. So thank you. You and I are going to have to jam. Connor's going to come up to the cabin sometime soon. We're going to throw some axes while we work on his medical school applications. We're going to have a few chess rematches, as I've already promised him. And I think we're going to have to write some music. So, if this is your first time joining a LoveCast, I like to end this with a particular ritual of getting myself out of the camera, letting the camera still run so that the people in the chat can say goodnight to each other. If there's somebody that you've never seen in the chat before, Connor would be one of them. This is a good time to say goodnight to everybody. My favorite part about all of these live shows is watching the community that develops in the chat. Absolutely my favorite. So I'm going to leave the camera running for a few minutes so everybody can say goodnight to each other in an uninterrupted way. Thank you for joining us. I love you all. Good night.